little Lily. Every time I touch this little girl, my day gets better. My world gets better. She makes more sense than any other speaker that's going to speak today. So if you're thinking of going home early, wait until you hear what Lily has to say. This is God's story. I'll tell you her story after she's spoken. But you believe me, if there was ever a miracle baby, this is it. We're talking about a national strike when a digital ID comes in.
Yeah, I mean, hey bud, how you doing? I can hardly see his messages. I've got, yeah, is it supposed to be sideways? Is it sideways now or is it alright?
Why couldn't no one tell me the Muppet Show was being screened?
Is it supposed to be right or sideways?
It's like
It's time to put on music. It's time to think it right.
Is that right now, bud? Is that okay now? Right, so what am I now? Am I in portrait and is it okay?
I've heard they're kicking all the migrants, all the illegal immigrants out of Royal Hotel. Can somebody take a clipboard over there and ask if any of their supporters are willing to put them up?
Right, this is weird because my phone's saying it's sideways. They're right in sideways, but when I put it sideways, it says it's the wrong way up. Oh, landscape. How's that then? You know it says orientation locked. Right, is that better now? Nice one. It says on my screen or orientation locked. Rotate back it says. But it's okay on your end, yeah? Right, we'll go with that anyway, right. So, hopefully we are live, and hopefully we're the right way up and everything. Right, we've got Patriots over there. Patriots over there, we've got lefties over here. There's all the lefties. And Jackson Media and his buddies are marching down Antelope Road now. I've filmed them halfway down, and then after that, I went for a walk. And then, I come for a ride over here to see what's going on here. So they're coming. I don't know where they are yet. They're coming from over there, probably. Probably from over there. Right. I don't know whether these coppers are going to be funny with me when I film my lefties or not. Let's have a look. We shall see. But this one's heckling a little bit. These hecklers. Got a few people here watching. Here the lefties, and we've got a few famous faces we all know and nearly love. We've got this one here. One. We like her, don't we? We've got her. We've got this guy. He's always a fun. This guy. We always have a good laugh with this one. He loves me. This one tells me things. He tells me what I am. Or what he thinks I am. The angle of some refugees welcome. Refugees are not to blame, that says.
It does.
It does. I can't read the small print, but it says refugees. What a rubbish that. I don't want to
I have no love for the current royal
read all
family.
that. It's the truth about and sexual violence. By the far right, there is no evidence that refugee migrants are more likely to create. Oh, sure up. Statistics.
Need to realise we have the power.
Right.
You have the power. In the last general election, 59.7% of the people eligible to vote bothered to turn up at the ballot station. Labour won with a landslide majority with 30 33.3. If there was another option on that ballot sheet that said none of the above, and everybody that was entitled to vote turned up and voted and put none of the above on their ballot sheet, none of the above would have had the majority. That would have sent a message to the political system of this country. In fact, if that had happened, Labour's vote would have gone down to 20% of the vote. Keir Starmer keeps telling us he's got a mandate to run this country. He hasn't. The only reason Labour are in control of this country is because of apathy. People need to realise the power of the vote. Turn up at the ballot box next year.
He's doing a filler speech while the other guys get here. Just wait on them, they're on the way now. See what happens over here.
Right across the ballot sheet, and that will send a message. I stood in the local election.
That wasn't too bad, was it? Not a problem. Here we go. Nathan, we've got Lit Split Bloke. Lit Split Bloke again. It's a youth, it's a Hull regular now. Yo, you're going to get a free season ticket, you now, aren't you? You live here, is it your hometown?
You could see that the Labour person.
This one. We've got support here from this guy. We've got the racism, diversity equals strength. We've got racism harms all women and children. We've got women against the far right. Reject racist lies. Refugees are not. Oh, that's the same as that.
Where I stand.
Oh, they're all generic stands. Can't you make one? There's one. Hull welcome refugees. Sorry, got a cat talk today. One that's homemade. That's what I like to say. And this one as well. Look at this one. Hull patty butters for everyone. I like the sound of that. Patty butters for everyone. Sorry.
Everything okay, sir?
Yeah, I'm filming. Yeah.
Back to the middle line.
I'm just filming the protest.
No, but you need to stay at the middle. You need to stay further.
Sort of go back over there.
I don't need to go anywhere. I'm all right here, aren't I?
Well, I think people may get intimidated if you're putting cameras in.
Oh, I got in the face. I'll step back a bit from here. Up there. Plenty of room. Yeah. Plenty of. I won't go in there. I wasn't. When couldn't reach me. Yeah, it's all completely fair, isn't it? On YouTube, I just.
Can you move right back?
No, I'm just alright. It's all public land. It's all public. I won't get into your space. I won't get in between them. I won't get in between you.
Absolutely
Intimidate.
Absolutely. You come right into.
I'm not coming into anybody's face.
Right into.
I never ever come into your face.
As a woman,
Never.
I'm telling you, you're
Step back.
intimidating.
Step back.
You know. You're just having a chat now with your couple.
Because I'm not. I'm not.
Why don't you just go over there? Stop trying to intimidate people.
Hang on. I'm doing.
See you every time. It's like really boring.
You've been told by several women that you're intimidating.
I'm not intimidating anybody.
I'm a victim and a survivor. And I'm
back.
telling you,
Step back.
can you just please move away from us and stop exposing us, please?
I'm not exposing, yeah?
You are. You are.
I'm
You're
not.
intimidating.
I'm
You are.
I'm just
You are.
filming.
I'm not going to.
You will.
He's intimidating by his behaviour.
Bullshitting.
He needs to
Can you
move
just
away.
please move away? No, I won't be silenced by a man. I won't be silenced by a man. Can you move him back? More.
Yeah, we take your point. We're going to have a conversation, okay? Yeah. I think you can film, but I think
I'm
fair
fair with it.
They've been close to people. People don't like having cameras in the faces, don't they? I'm used to it because we're all filming. We're all filming each other now, aren't we?
I'm not going to. They're in a line, and I'm not going towards that line. I'm keeping a good distance. I'm well within reaching.
Initially, when you approached, you was quite close.
When?
When I first walked, you was quite close.
Yeah, because she walked right up to me. I was already.
Right.
She walked right up to me.
You guys have been stood here for well over an hour since I've. You've heard what they've said about feeling intimidated, haven't you? So,
I haven't been intimidating anybody, though, sir.
That's what they've said to you, though, isn't it?
That's what they said, but they're
It's the
making it bad.
perception. It's how I feel and how they feel are two different things.
But I feel like they did it to me when I came up to me. I was fine filming and then intimidated me. There was more of them than only one of me, so I felt outnumbered. I felt more intimidated than they feel intimidated. I was more intimidated than them because I had 7 people intimidating me, and they only had me for camera. So I was more intimidated than them in anything.
No, but
so
was complaining about you being that close.
I wasn't that close though, was I? If I'd got that close, then
but what they were saying when I turned it, anyway, we are where we are, aren't we?
Yeah.
You can film at an appropriate distance, but do not get so close to these people.
I got last night in Leeds. I was filming them, and one of them smacks my camera with his baton thing, and the copper told him off. Didn't tell him out, he just told him off. Anyway, I'll keep out the distance so they can't reach me.
That's Leeds, and if you got that on camera, that's
but as long as I'm out of reach, so that didn't happen again. I'm out of reach. That's far enough away.
This is what we're saying. If you're out of reach and you're not antagonising people,
that's exactly it. That's what I was out of reach along here. That's what I'm saying. They're coming to me. Yeah. I'm just going to go around it this way then. I'm just going to get them from the back and round. I'm just going to go around at this sort of distance. No, I'm going to go like this. All right, same distance. Right, let's move on again then. We're moving on. Go on and we'll go around them. We aren't allowed to get too close to them. This is a regular. We saw him last time, all right? Another one, regular. This one. Going round them. Got this womble here coming after us. Going round them. We're keeping our distance. We're going round with a distance. And we're going round about this distance. And this is the distance what we've been told we've got to keep away from them, because if we get any closer, we might upset them and offend them. We don't want to upset them and offend them. Are you a lefty? Just keep them away. Keep them away. Not going too close to you. So we're keeping away from the lefties. We're about... Yeah, we've got a chair to protect them now. They're safe behind the chair, look. Very... Don't engage with me, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me at all. Just ignore me. Yeah. No need to be rude, madam. No need to be rude. There we go. We've got this womble again. Are you clean the toilets in?
Don't engage with this one, he's on the other side. Sorry? Don't engage with this one, because he's on the other side.
I'm not on any side, I'm on the middle.
He's definitely on the
I'm definitely not. Definitely not in the middle. Definitely not. I'm over there. I'm over here. I'm over here. I've come that side of this, look. They've come this side of it. Look. This bench is here. This bench is, I've come this side of it.
Yeah, because you still need to...
I'm staying more than 10 metres away. Yeah, so that's the back of them. We've got the back, we've got side views, and now we've got the fronts. This is the front view again. Are you enjoying that? Distance. That's distance, look. Yeah, measuring now. I'll keep my distance. I've got to keep distance from you lot, because you all hit me with them things. You lot are dangerous. That's why I take my distance from you lot. So we've got this. We've got evidence gatherer man over here, look, filming me in case I do anything naughty. There we go. This is better. We've arrived. They've all arrived. Look at this. They've come this way, look. Look at them. They're moving this way. Hey, stop it again. Hey, man. Hey. He's the king of banter, this guy. He's full of banter. Lefties are all full down here. Come on, up you go. Up. Go on, tell them. are women, we can fight.
We
We are women, we can fight. Hey.
There's only one Charlie Kirk. There's only one Charlie Kirk. There's only one Charlie Kirk.
Slotting up around here.
No to fear. No to hate. No to fear. No to hate. No to fear.
You're all Marxist, communist, and you don't settle
Stop and
on the countryside.
migrant rights, same, stop and same, fight. Women's rights, migrant rights. We are women, we can fight. We are women, we can fight. We are women, we can fight.
Go on, give it some. Go on. There we go.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Antifa for the media. Antifa left is in disguise. Antifa, you're all morons. Antifa, land is in disguise.
We don't need the
Antifa,
far
you're
right.
not
We
cheating
are
on guys.
We are women, we
Oh,
can
they got the
fight.
Union Jags up here, look. We've got them up on top of there as well.
We are women, we can fight.
There's this one, he's dressed differently, isn't he?
Refugees are welcome here. No to hate, no to fear. Stop the lies, stop the fear. Refugees are welcome here. Stop the lies, stop the fear.
Refugees don't welcome. Refugees don't welcome.
I don't know what's happening with this stream, guys. I can't sort it out. It's going weird. It keeps acting strange. All I'm going
When immigrant rights are under attack, what will we do? When refugee rights are under attack, what will we do? When refugee rights are under attack, what will we do? When refugee rights are under attack, what will we do? When refugee rights are under attack, what will we do?
Spot on what you're doing now, mate. Helps. You're keeping it safe.
I always do, mate. Tell you something, I always do what happens if they come to me. And all the coppers see them, me in amongst them all, and they think I'm onto them. I never do. Always they come to me.
Try and avoid going behind.
I will.
We've got this snare arm down. When all those come in, I'd say keep.
I got a bit too close to my sliding leaves and seat crossed, and I got like, you know them banners that they've got there, the printed ones? They whacked my phone with it because I got a bit too close, but what I tend to do is stay out of their range. That's my distance for you to keep at. But last night, I didn't realise he'd come towards me, and I was stood, I was just like, filming my mate, and I just turned on and he whacked me.
I don't know if you want to prevent anything like that. So what you're speaking then is safe distance. You're acting as media, impartial, describing other people's opinions and views.
Got to get some controversial shots if possible, but we don't push it, you know what I mean? We like a few controversial stuff, but we won't actually go into them or whatever like that.
Spot on distance.
Cheers, bud.
Stop the lies, stop the fear. Refugees are welcome here. Stop the lies, stop the
Oh, we've got some viewers. Some of the contents work. I mean, the comments work. Can we get comments or have they gone off?
Refugees are welcome here. Stop the lies, stop the fear. Refugees are welcome. No borders, no nations. Stop deportation.
Let's go film the rights for a bit.
Stop
Go see the other side for a while. Let's go film these lot.
Anybody marriages today. You've got living active marriages for £3. We've got drugs trusted marriages for £3. We've got the yellow grooming marriages for £1. We've got Jews trust flags for £2. You can have all 4 for £8. If anybody wants one, either come up after the demo or come down the side and see this lovely young lady.
Yeah, but I think so. I don't know.
Mr. Ian Oakley.
Yeah, it's going funny this stream. I don't know what's happening with it. It's turning off and being weird. I'm just leaving it running. I'm going to keep it running. I'm just going to film on 4K.
Wow. I never expected people to travel as far and wide as they have. London, Manchester, Liverpool, Sunderland.
Keep going. I can keep going. I only ones and twos, but as ones and twos become hundreds become thousands. And eventually we will take our streets back.
She'll stay with you all day, love. She won't go
I'm just going to give you a bit brief breakdown of the reason I'm stood here now. Back in 2019, the Humberside Police opened an operation called Operation Marksman. This is after
This is their country, it's not our country, it says. The little Lily was telling me about a few things that was happening in her school. So I said to her, would you like to tell people, Lily? She said, yeah, I'd love it. And she's been bouncing around all week, telling people that she's a VIP today. Okay? Right, so you put Lily on. Now Lily, give me a bit of advice, sweetheart. Don't listen to any of them nasty people over there. Listen to these people here, sweetheart. Okay? Right, everybody. Lily.
Hi, my name is Lily May and I'm 10 years old. I want to tell you about what happened in my class. We had a debate. I said there were only 2 genders, boys and girls. My teacher told me that I was wrong and said there were 127. When I didn't change my answer, I got told off. They said I was being disruptive and my parents should have got called into the school, all because I said what I believe. I think teachers should teach us facts, not opinions. School is for learning the truth, not for confusing us with things that aren't real. If we don't know facts, how can we really learn? People don't always agree, but that doesn't mean you should fight each other. We need to stand together, stay strong and not be divided. Right. I'm here today because kids like me deserve to be safe. They deserve to play outside without being scared, to go to school and learn without worrying, and to grow up with love and kindness around us. Children shouldn't have to be brave just to survive. We should get to be kids. Protecting the children means protecting the future. Please stand with us, listen to us and fight for us, because every child matters and every child deserves to be safe. I believe we need to stand together to unite the kingdom and protect the children. Thank you.
The words of babies. Children do not lie. Children tell the truth. And it is our duty as adults to guide them towards the truth. I just want to tell you a little bit about Lily, what I only learned yesterday. I've only known her 3 weeks. This little girl makes my life better. And any doubts I've ever had about standing up and talking and doing what people like Karen Reddington, Ian Oakey, Martin Davis, etc. Any doubts I've had about standing with them have gone. They've gone. This little girl is a miracle. She's a miracle child. I don't know about you guys, and I'm not here to preach Jesus or anything, but I am a born-again Christian. They get in front of me and tell me what I need to believe. My church in my head and in my heart. And I truly believe that this girl is God's child. When Lily was born, she was stillborn. She died. She was brought around 8 times. died 8 times in that hospital. My granddad was telling me yesterday that at one point they was told the best they could hope for was that Lily would need within 24-hour care for the rest of her life. But she was born fighting. She was born fighting and she's still fighting. And she's standing up, she's talking to you. I've had adults say to me, John, I want to talk at one of your demos. And when it comes to it, on the last minute they bottle out of it and they won't stand up. I've just seen a 10-year-old kid that shouldn't even be here. Not for the same reason as the illegal immigrants, but because of health reasons. She just stood up and she's done what a lot of adults have not got the bottle to do. This is God's child. And you know what, Lily? I love you like you're my own granddaughter now. Okay? And I tell you what, for as long as I live, she only lives around the corner from me, for as long as I live, I've got her back. And I will never, as long as she's prepared to stand next to me, I will stand next to her. And so will you. Thank you. Well, I don't know how we're going to follow that one. Well done, Lily. Get that, eh? Picture you go to school on Monday. What have you got to look at, Lily? Well. Okay, for a minute. As I said before, I've been up and down the country meeting some absolutely amazing people. One of them amazing people is here today and he's going to speak for us today. Billy Howarth has been campaigning for CSC for as long as I've been alive, I think. He never stops, this guy. You probably know about him, you've probably heard about him. So I won't tell you anything about him, he'll do it himself. Billy Howarth.
Thank you guys. So, little explanation who I am. My name is Billy Howarth, I'm a Rochdale lad, I am a survivor of abuse. I've been campaigning for the last 20 years against the abuse, not started by grooming gangs, but by the man Cyril Smith, who targeted young boys in a school in Rochdale for his own sexual gratification, abused those boys for over a 20-year period. No one to this day has ever been held to account, so I continued fighting. Then we, obviously you all know, I'm fully aware of what we've had in Rochdale. I'm going to stand with Ian all the way. And just a quick one before I pass on to the next speaker. Against the far right. Where was your banners for Charlotte? Where was your banners for Charlene Down? Where was your banners for Victoria Governor? They were nowhere to be seen. Thank you guys, thank you all.
Thanks, Billy. So the next one is Kira, and she's going to tell you some stories you maybe don't want to hear. Kira.
Thank you all for being here today, standing with us, standing with survivors and refusing to let our voices be silenced. My name is Kira and I'm a survivor of child sexual abuse, but I'm more than that. I'm a woman learning to find her strength, her voice and her path back to herself. At 16, just after finishing school, I was groomed by a 55-year-old local shopkeeper named Harry Shankar. With the support of my friends and family, I pressed charges. What followed was a 5-year legal battle, adjourned twice, dragged out and filled with moments when I wanted to give up. When it finally reached trial in 2023, I was cross-examined and made to feel like the criminal. My truth to something that made it sound like I'd consented. That moment broke me all over again. And yet, despite breaching his sexual order, despite having no right to remain in the UK, he was granted permission to stay. That is not justice, that is failure. My fight hasn't ended there. I reached out to Gurmit Singh and together we made a documentary, Kira's Justice, to expose not only what happened to me, but how the system has failed. My perpetrator is back in court again for further breaches, and we have sentencing on the 17th of October. I'm still living this story every day. I'm here today because this can happen to anyone. It doesn't matter what you look like, how you act. Abusers prey on the vulnerable, and I am lucky to have and had support around me to fight, but so many people don't. For years I carried shame, fear and silence, but I've learned something vital. No one should carry the burden of abuse alone. The shame does not belong to us, it belongs to those who commit these crimes. And when we speak out, we take our power back. This is why I've created Kira's Voice #4 Change, to give survivors a platform to remind them they are not alone and to push for change. Awareness is the first step, but it isn't enough. I've submitted a permission to the Parliament to end plea deals in child sexual abuse. These crimes are not negotiable and survivors deserve better. My petition is live and you can find the link on Kira's Voice for Change social media, or I'm happy to share the link. But I want to share more than my fight. I want to share who I am beyond it, because while my abuse shaped me, it hasn't defined me. I live with anxiety, PTSD, insomnia and ADHD, but I'm learning every day how to heal, how to grow and how to rebuild my life. I'm a painter and decorator, someone who brings colour in spaces even when I'm moving through darkness. I'm bubbly, chaotic and slowly becoming the big character I used to be. I'm a daughter, a sister, a fiance, a friend, roles that remind me that I'm more than my pain. I'm an activist, and one of my biggest goals is to speak in schools, communities, to raise awareness to make sure no one feels as alone as I did. Most of all, I'm still becoming the best version of myself, and past is a part of me, but it will define me. What defines me is my determination to keep learning, healing and growing. So if you're listening today, know this, your story matters wherever you are. Whenever you are ready, there will be people to listen, people to believe and walk that journey with you. Let today be a reminder we are not alone, we are powerful, we are brave, and together we can make the world safer for every child. Thank you.
In that speech, Kira identified herself, and she said what she is. She missed out one thing. She's a warrior. She's a warrior. And every single one of them kids that have been through that abuse and survived it are now talking about it. They deserve your utmost respect, because they're warriors and not victims. They're survivors and warriors. Right, next up to speak is a young lady I think you all know. Where is she? Oh, there. You took your coat off there. We've got Debbie Barrett-Cole. She's got a story to tell you, which you're going to want to listen to. Debbie.
Good afternoon, Hall. Didn't hear you. Good afternoon, everybody. Are we all right?
Of course we are.
Right, good. I'm glad you said that. Now then, you might not recognise my accent. I'm from a place called Oldham. That's a bad place. That is a bad place. Now then, on the 6th of November 2019, I sent a question into my Labour Council and they invited me up. Would you like to come and ask your question yourself? I said, yes, I will. I've never been to a council. So I went live on Facebook. And what happened was, all the councillors, all the Labour councillors didn't want me to ask my question. So they all stood up and they all walked out of the chambers and they delayed it 45 minutes. And then they came back. So then I stood up again and I said, can I ask my question now? So they all stood up and they all left again. All this time I'm live on Facebook. So on the third time they decided to come, which was the biggest mistake Oldham Council made. They decided to just ignore me. So I exposed live on Facebook, and it's now been shared over 100,000 times. Yeah, I'm pretty viral. That Shabir Hamid. Anybody heard of Shabir Hamid? Anybody heard of Daddy from the grooming gangs? The leader of the grooming gangs, Daddy. Well, Daddy worked for Oldham Council, but Oldham Council didn't want to tell anybody that. The deputy leader at the time was a lady called Arouj Shah. She hung about with a convicted heroin dealer. He was called Mohammed Imran Ali. His nickname was Irish Immy. Now, she worked in public office, so she should be hanging around with convicted heroin dealers, but guess what he did? Guess what he was? He was the getaway driver. Are you listening, police officers? This man was the getaway driver for a man called Dale Cregan. Dale Cregan murdered two police officers, one from Oldham, point blank, and Irish Immy drove him to safety. That's what Irish Immy did, Mohammed Imran Ali. Well, as you can imagine, Mohammed Imran Ali didn't like that I was sharing this live on Facebook and that 100,000 people have seen it. So what happened to me was, we then decided, do you remember on the Thursday we'd all go outside and clap our hands for NHS like idiots? Do you remember that? I was there with my tin and my wooden spoon, you know, my pan, banging for NHS. He was too busy doing videos and dancing to treat anybody, but we won't go there. He decided to share my face, my home, my name into 18 Islamic groups. And I've got all this evidence, by the way. I did contact Greater Manchester Police, who are a shower of shit. Greater Manchester Police are a shower of shit. Anyway, they decided, his brethrens, his brothers, decided to contact me. We know where you live. We're going to burn your house down. We know where you live. Great. We're going to show you what we do to these girls. Okay. We know where you live. We're going to kidnap you. I think I better move. So I had to flee. So I had to leave my home and I fled. I did a swap in the council house. I'm just like any of you who's, you know, living, you know, social housing, or I'm just a normal person. I'm registered disabled. I've had cancer 3 times. As you can see, I've got frigging teeth because my teeth have all fallen out because of chemotherapy. But who cares? Who cares? So I fled and I went to Somerset and I started mixing with locals, you know, all right, my lover, all right, my lover. That's what they said down there, Somerset, all right, my lover. And then I got Irish Immy, Mohammed Imran Ali. Arouj Shah, who was deputy, was now the leader of Oldham Council. And he sent me a message saying, hope you're enjoying Somerset. So guess I had to move. So now I live in a beautiful place, 20 minutes away from Bridlington, where I can take me and my King Charles Cavalier on the beach. I've got a gorgeous brand new house. I will never, ever stop standing for children raped, ever. You see this t-shirt here? This t-shirt, Unite the Kingdom. You see them lefties over there? At some point, them lefties over they, who were all stood over there hiding their faces, stinking, because I can smell them from here. My God.
British anymore than what? Not British.
Well, no, they are British, and that's the sad thing. They're all, look at them there with the masks on, thinking that they're hard and that we don't recognise them. We recognise them because we can smell them from over here. Trust me, I can smell you from over here. So they, at some point, are going to need us because they will be attacked. And they're standing over there saying, refugees, well, put one in your house and see how long that lasts. Put one in your house, see how long that lasts for you. Do you know what they'll say? Oh, I've got no room. There's no room in my house. There's no room in my house. In fact, they're only here because the Labour Party have paid them to come. That's who they are. Them idiots, and they are them idiots over there are paid to stand there. And look at them, don't you look happy? Don't you look happy? Shame on you! Shame on you! They've got signs there. They've got signs there saying stop the far right. Well, do you know what? I'm not far right. I'm just bloody right. And I will never stop standing for the children. Now, it may be controversial, it may not be controversial, but I now work for...
Can we have an officer at the back, please? We've got some left here kicking off. Can we have some officers round the rear, please? Time today. No, you all go.
Jackson Media's...
Do not give them what they want. Do not give them what they want.
Jackson Media's got on it. Look, he's
Do not give them what they want.
I'll stay here and
the day will come when they want us. The day will come.
There he is.
You see, you know when you tell them the truth? You know when you tell the truth? They don't like it.
See him there, little skinny left.
They don't like it when you speak the truth. So we'll carry on speaking the truth, and we'll let the lovely officers do their job.
There he goes.
Because they don't need to be protecting us. They need to protect them. They need to protect them because that's what they're paid for to do. Anyway, let's show you somebody. Come here. There's one King Charles.
Been removed now. He's gone.
That I recognise. There's only one King Charles that I recognise, and she's called Florence, commonly known as Knobhead. And this dog is saving my life. Unfortunately, because I stood up for the children of Oldham, my children have decided that I'm a little bit radical, I'm a little bit of an activist, I'm too dangerous to be around my grandchildren. And I totally get it. Man, this lady's falling. Can somebody give this lady a hand up? She's broke her back up the steps. She's already broke it. Ambulance? Do you need ambulance? Are you... Okay, sorry, I can't help it. So, how many of you here have got daughters? How many of you have you got sons? How many of you here are to death of them going out at night? You're scared to have children. And the thing is, that's going to continue until we do something about it. Now, I believe that this is a Labour council, is it not? Is this a Labour council? Is it Liberal Democrats? They're just as mad. Ed Davies too busy going on frigging roundabouts, him. He's still busy going on bungee jumps, him, and making DVDs. What you need, I'm going to tell you what you need, and you can do it whether you're working or whether you're not working. You can do it whether you're fit and healthy, or you can do it when you're disabled. We need, this town, this city needs you to stand up and become independent councillors. You need to start showing this city and this regime that you're not having anymore and that you want your children safe. The only way you're going to do that is from the ground up. Stand up, reach out to people and find somebody that's going to stand in your local area. In your little area, you want one person to stand as an independent and vote. Get them in and get Labour out, get Lib Dems out, get the Tories out. Get them out of your councils. Get them out and start standing up for your communities. That way, these police officers that have all been paid to come and stand here against you there, they'll be getting different memos, won't they? So anyway, so keep going on because I can talk for England, because you know when you live on your own in the middle of nowhere, you know it's nice to have somebody to talk to, you know what I mean? But anyway, don't get out much. Don't get out much. So please, make sure they've got safety alarms. You know those alarms that you can get on key rings. Get them. You can buy them from Amazon. Got safety alarms. You know where they are. Track the phones. Check the phones. Check if you've got your children and if they're on social media, Snapchat, whatever. Make sure you check your children's devices weekly, if not daily. And above all, stay safe, everybody, and let's unite the kingdom.
Thanks, Debbie. I just want to follow on from what Debbie was just saying about independent councillors. Right. Does anybody here live in the Orchard Park ward of Hull? I'm going to be standing next year as an independent councillor again in the Orchard Park ward because that's where I live. Okay? I said earlier on before the marchers got here, in Orchard Park there's 10,500 votes. Last time out, only 2,500 bothered to turn up and vote. If the other 8,000 voters, had bothered to turn up and vote for me, I'd have stormed it. So, if you're in the Orchard Park area and you're eligible to vote, can you do me a favour and give me a chance next year? John Francis Gillen, I'll make you one promise. One second. I'm going to... That's it. Just one second. I've lost my track. Okay. Yeah, I'll be standing next year. I'll make you one promise. I will tell the truth. And that is what is missing in councils across this country. The truth. I will, if I get in that Guildhall, I will never ever let anything be confidential. I will tell you everything. And I will be the most hated man in that Guildhall. And I don't care. Because that's what I want to get in there for. Right, I'm just going to say another speech in it. This young lady wants to speak to me. I'll just do it.
I didn't say it.
I've got this. This wasn't expected, but this young lady has just built up the courage because she wants to speak. Are you okay with that, Ian? Yeah. So I'm just putting the on, sweetheart. L. L. I'm just going to put L on. There you go, sweetheart.
I am a victim of grooming. I was groomed when I was 11 years old, and I am disgusted with all of you here. Yes! I'm disgusted with all of you because it was not an immigrant. It was multiple middle-aged.
Okay, we gave her a chance. We gave her right. Something tells me the lefties sent her over, but we give her a chance. Anyway. Okay, so let's get back on track. Today is about being together for the children. It's about losing people, and people are telling me that it's not all about illegal immigration. So I just want to touch on that a little bit because I think it's all linked. I think it's all connected. And how do we define a child? My children, my youngest child is 27. My oldest child is 40. But they're still children. And things that are happening are still affecting them. I just want to touch on a few things that have happened in Hull. Just in the last couple of weeks. There's a young man. I'm not going to bring him up. You don't want to talk, but Sam. You might have seen it on Facebook. A lady posted something on Facebook about a young man being attacked in the city centre. And he got attacked in the city centre. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. And he was walking home from the pub, and he was walking around here near these benches. And he saw two groups. Young English adults, young girls walking through town, boyfriends with their girlfriends. And as they walked past these benches here, there was about 30 migrants from the hotel sat around our town centre in the middle of the night. Nothing. And they started catcalling the girls with their boyfriends, so they had a little bit of a bounce around with each other. And as them two groups disappeared, young Sam saw a young girl walking past, and one of these men grabbed her by the arm. So Sam went over and he said to these lads, leave the girl. What followed that was Sam got attacked by at least 12 of these migrants off the benches. They kicked shit out of him. They stamped on his head. They kicked him, punched him. Anyway, he managed to stagger back to his flat. And the police saw him staggering along, so they followed him up. The first thing they said to him, they showed a bit of concern. And they said to him, are you all right, son? And he said, I've just been attacked. And they said, who by? And he said, migrants from the hotel. And as soon as he said migrants from the hotel, the whole demeanour towards him changed. How do you know it was migrants? And Sam said, believe me, I know it was migrants. And they said, are you a racist? He said, no, I'm not a racist. Anyway, he went to hospital in A&E. And when he went to hospital in A&E, he was speaking to the nurses and he told them what happened to him. And the nurses brought these other nurses into his room to see him. And apparently he was the third person that night to be attacked by the same people. Migrants in the town. Okay? One of them was in a bad way in a life support machine. Now, as far as I know, the police haven't put any of them attacks public on their Facebook page like they do with other attacks. They haven't made none of it public. The next day, a friend of Sam's put a post on Facebook saying what had happened to him. 2 days later, Facebook police went round her house and told her to take it down, and they was thinking of charging her for malicious communication. The people that attacked Sam have not been arrested. The police have still not, for the last 3 weeks, to take a statement from him. They've not been round his house to see if they can help him. They haven't took a statement. They're not investigating it. And you know why they're not investigating it? Because they know it's impossible. It is impossible to find them. And that's what we got walking around this city centre. So when you talk about me, that digital ID for British citizens, let's get what's walking around our city centre sorted first, eh? And there's been a couple of other things going on in this city. I do know, and I mentioned this to the police the other day. I know the mother of a police officer, and she's told me that her child, who was a police officer in Humberside Police, was told by a senior sergeant not to talk about what's going on in this city centre. The police ain't allowed to talk about all the crimes by the migrants in this city centre. They're not allowed to talk about it. Now, none of us here are racist. None of us here are racist. I'm certainly not. I've got 14 practicing Muslims in my wife's family. None of us are racist. Black, brown and white unite. That's what I say. We've got plenty of legal immigrants in this country that have come over here, and they've worked hard and they've lived beside us, worked hard and they've made us better, and I thank them for that. But let's not have the existing problem. We've got enough of our others without importing others. Yeah? So let's stop the boats and back.
Thanks, John. So we seem to digress a little. Next up, unfortunately, one of our speakers today is ill and unfortunately unable to attend, but she's asked us to read out a speech. I ain't going to do it. So I'd like to welcome Karen Reddington from Together for the Children, who's going to read the speech for you.
Hello everybody, I'd just like to say thank you for being here today. We shouldn't have to be here, but we are. I just want to add, following that young lady coming up, that all people that, I say people because it's men and women, that abuse children should be locked up. We know that. The reason we're here today is the people that are abusing children within grooming gangs are not being locked up. That's why we're here. All abusers should be locked up. Okay, and you know, I feel sorry for the young lady if that's happened to her. So I'm going to read a speech out from Elizabeth Harper. First, I want to say I'm sorry I can't be there in person with you today. I wish I could, but I hope my words still reach you, because this message is too important to stay silent about. My name is Elizabeth, and I am a grooming gang survivor from Rotherham. Those are heavy words to say out loud, but they are my truth, and I share them with you because I want you to understand that this crime is real. It happens here in our communities, and it can happen to anyone. When I was first groomed, I didn't look like abuse. It didn't look like abuse, sorry. It looked like friendship, love, like belonging. At a time when I felt lost and vulnerable, I was showered with attention, gifts, promises. They made me feel special. But underneath it all was control and manipulation. Step by step, they cut me off from the people who truly cared for me. By the time the abuse started, I felt trapped, powerless and shamed. That is what grooming gangs do. They break you down, break your sense of yourself until you believe you have no way out. And for a long time, I carried the weight of silence. But I want to say this clearly. If you are going through this, or if someone you love it is not your. The blame is never with the child or the teenager. The blame is with the perpetrators, always. I may not be standing in front of you today, but I'm standing strong. I survived, and I refuse to let shame silence me anymore. I want you to know the signs. Sudden changes in behaviour, secretive online activity, older friends showing up, withdrawing from family and school. If you see these things, please don't turn away. Say something. Sometimes it takes to protect someone from years of pain. To anyone listening who feels trapped right now, you are not alone. there is help, there is hope, and there is life after this. I can't be there with you in person, but my heart is with every single one of you. Please take this message and get into your homes, your schools, and your communities, because only speaking out together we can stop grooming gangs from hurting more children. That's from Elizabeth Harper.
Thank you, Karen. So now one of the speakers has gone AWOL on me. So what I'm going to do is read another one out, if I can find it. This is from a guy called Anthony Wood. Now we've all heard of what's happened in Telford. And Telford's one of the big ones. We know our friend TR's been there a few times. We know what's happening down there. And this is just a statement that Anthony asked me to give you today. My name is Anthony Wood, and I've been camping nearly 10 years in Telford and supporting survivors of abuse. I want to apologise for not being there today. On Mothering Sunday, March 2018, the Daily Mirror published a report on child sexual exploitation scandal, commonly known as grooming gangs in Telford. It detailed over 1,000 victims of those gangs with horror stories which echoed through the towns and cities across the country. Many children lost their innocence, and unfortunately children in Telford lost their lives. I'll give you one story from Telford. A 13-year-old girl is groomed and taken to a 42-year-old Pakistani male's house, which she isn't allowed to leave for months. All his brothers are involved in the rape of children. Social services tell her parents that at least you know where she is. We know all about these men. He fathered multiple children with underage girls, and the police did nothing. The girl fell pregnant from one of the rapes. When heavily pregnant, she went to the social services meeting aged 14 with the 42-year-old Pakistani abuser, and social services did nothing. It's stories like these why we should not stop talking about these crimes. Only recently a woman contacted me to disclose that she has been a victim of these gangs. She turned to alcohol and abuse and had her children removed, all due to the trauma she had suffered. She very sadly passed away recently. It broke my heart and made me extremely angry. She went through hell whilst the abusers still run this very same restaurant to this day. We need to stand up for those girls, and we are no longer with us, and stand side by side with the brave survivors across this country.
Yes, we do.
In Telford, the inquiry identified over 250 suspects, let only 11 have been jailed. Justice and push for accountability. Every single police officer, council worker or politician that have turned a blind eye, failed these children, should be on trial, a public trial, and they should be answered to, every single survivor's family. We need to keep pushing for this national inquiry. Stop dragging your feet. Thank you, and thank you Ian for the team. Right, it doesn't look like the last final speaker is going to show his face. Check what? You can indeed, as long as you aren't going to embarrass us like that one. But with a t-shirt like that, I don't think you are.
It's just this one.
I'm really shy, so this is weird for me. But first of all, the last one came up. She deserves to be heard as well. But one thing I've got to say is, I had a lot to me when I was from the age of 13 to 16, so 3 years, but a lot happened between 3 years. And yeah, you do get whole men, British men that do bad things, but that's even more reason why we don't want it anymore. They're coming over, but because for every one white man, whole man, English man, there have been 20 more immigrants. They have special rooms where they take you and do horrible stuff to you. It happened, I'm 33 now, so it happened a while ago, and it's still happening now. It hasn't stopped, it's just got worse. And for people to stand there and say, we welcome you, Why? So people like me and our children can be taken into rooms when they're feeling vulnerable, when it's as if they could be walking down the street and they get taken into rooms. It happens. You don't see that. You'll see a girl walking down the street, and then next minute you notice the girls are getting taken into rooms all the time. All the time. Please someone say that they know that. You know, you see it all. So that's why we're here, to stop these immigrants. Oh, it's normal for them. It's so normal. Sorry, I can't. But it's not something that just hiding even behind closed doors. It's happening in front of you all the time. All the time. My 10-year-old niece, she walks next to me, and who's looking at her? Who's looking at her? She's 10, she's flat chested, but she's starting to grow. Who's looking at that? Them people who are here against, it's them, always them people. Yeah, we do have people like that. I'll never deny that. We do. But nowhere comparison of what they're doing. And so they say, oh, we can be just as bad. No, we can't. But say we can just be as bad. Why do we want more? Why do we want more of it? We don't want more of it. Wait, I'm checking.
Well done, look. Well done.
Thank you. Any more? Right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're going to start wrapping up now. But I'd like to thank you all for coming, and remember, the children are our future, and it's them he's here. So we are wrapping up. Right, ladies and gentlemen, you probably know this young gentleman. He's just got to get ready. He's eating. He's fall. So Lee's been campaigning against our friends across the square there. And what Lee's going to talk about today is how they actually operate. Now, nobody really knows the left wing as much as Lee does, and he can tell you some stories that'll understand why these people are here. I know they get 20 or 30 quid a day for coming, we all know that, but there's a little bit more to it. You ready, Lee? Ladies and gentlemen, Lee Gazy.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm from Antifa Public Watch. I've been exposing far-left extremist violence since 2017. Now let's talk about how Antifa was formed. I've got loads written down here. So let's go. Right. In the early 1920s to the early 1930s, saw rising tensions mainly between three German political parties. These were the Communist Party, the KPD on one side, and the National Socialist Party on another, and a coalition of governing parties, mainly Social Democrats and Liberals. On the other side, Berlin in particular was a site of regular and often very violent clashes between the Communist and the Nationalist Socialist Party supporters. When the National Socialists were in power in 1932, leaders of the Communist Party formed a group which we all now know today as Anti-Fascist. This group was formed to intimidate and fight with supporters of the National Socialist Party. They targeted, attacked, demonised and shamed those who supported Hitler's ideas in power. Antifa today is an organisation who target those who do not support communism. That's what they're doing today. These over here. You've got the Socialist Workers' Party, and then you've got workers' unions, and they all play an important role in funding the far-left hate groups like Stand Up to Racism. They say that they don't create violence and they don't cause murder. Well, in 2019, a German far-left extremist Antifa folk broke into an apartment of a real estate agent employee and viciously beat her in an ongoing war against a luxury apartment development in Livestream. Do you want to hold it? I can't. I need to. In the USA in 2020, a far-left extremist was jailed for attacking. Thank you. In 2020 in the USA, a far-left extremist... Now we're getting fucking people flying all over. Sorry about this, guys. A far-left extremist was jailed for attacking a US Marshal with a sledgehammer. Jacob Gaines in Portland is an Antifa member for Sol Cal Antifa. He was jailed for 46 months for attacking US Marshals with a 4-pound sledgehammer. After attempting... This is a chaos, this, isn't it? I apologise. He was jailed for 46 months for attacking a marshal with 4-pound sledgehammer after attempting to break into a federal courthouse during the BLM riots in 2020. In 2024, Germany, 4 far-left extremists were jailed for a string of attacks with hammers. Extremist Lena E, they've called her, aged 28, and 3 others were jailed for attacking 13 people. Shocking footage showing a group chase and brutally attack an individual from behind that they deemed a Nazi. A 28-year-old female German student and 3 other accomplices found guilty of carrying out this string of attacks, and in one of the most high-profile trials of a group of militant leftists since the days of the Bardar Meinhof group. An attack in January 2024 in USA, Rose City Antifa claimed responsibility for the domestic terror attack on a Democrat candidate. Far-left extremists, Rose City Antifa, based in Portland, Oregon, have claimed responsibility for the arson attack outside the home of a Portland mayoral Democrat candidate, Reen Gonzalez. An attack in England, July 2023, Stephen Shafford of Loughton, Essex. He attacked an 18-year-old campaigner from TPUK at a Marxist festival in 2023. He's linked with far-left extremist Paul Sillett, who leads Unite Against Fascism, which is a violent extremist Antifa organisation affiliated with Stand Up to Racism over there, North London Antifa, who is led by violent Tom Carroll, who was also convicted for an attack of an 84-year-old pensioner on the way home from a protest. Next one. BBC headlined another domestic terror attack. Dutch free killer of anti-Islam politician Pim Fortuyn. This was after an Antifa extremist, Volker van der Graaf, assassinated an anti-Islam politician, Pim Fortuyn, in 2002. He was sentenced to 18 years in prison after shooting Mr. Fortuyn in the head. The murder stunned Dutch society, which was only days before the elections. Big gains had been expected for Fortuyn's party. Bristol Antifa. Far-left extremist jailed for 14 years for setting fire to a police van while the officers was inside. He then surrounded the van with bins. Roberts also smashed the windows of a police mobile station and encouraged a crowd to help roll it over before setting the light to the cab while hundreds of people watched closely. He was also filmed throwing cans, bottles and placards at officers attending the disorder in Bristol. Ryan Roberts was jailed for 14 years. Right. I'm going to save them all here. Right, so in the last 6 months, I've been using facial recognition and I've been going through individuals that have caused attacks, looking suspicious at protests. So I'm going to go through some exposes, some faces, and are people in very high places. Got that one. So the first one we've got, Merseyside Antifa extremist escapes arrest after being advised by an on-duty solicitor. A solicitor specialises in prisoners' rights. His name is Simon Puck from Robert Lizar Solicitors. Puck has been heavily involved in defending persons facing criminal charges at the anti-fracking and Antifa demonstrations across the country. So what it is they've got their own duty solicitor at a protest to ensure that they don't get arrested. Liverpool, there was Nick Tenconi. He'd gone to Liverpool a couple of weeks ago, or was it last month? We got many individuals from there. Unite the Union, General Secretary's husband was spotted with far-left extremist Antifa. Gary Graham is the husband to Sharon Graham. He was spotted alongside Sean Quinn, where there were all masked far-left extremists who later on are supporters of the UKIP party. Unite Workers Union regional officer was also there, and he was co-organising the Antifa protest outside a migrant hotel in Merseyside. He was directing other reps from the Unite to encourage vile chanting at innocent members of the public. He was seen on many occasions standing directly behind fully masked Antifa thugs whilst they accosted and intimidated every passerby that came in their direction, which included elderly women and young children. Footage emerged. They do, yes. Now we've got here a convicted ex-Unite Union rep. She's now leading an extremist Antifa group in Merseyside. Her name is Michelle Smith. She was jailed back in 2016 after she threw a rock at a protester in Dover. Smith travelled from her home in Liverpool to join a far-left protest against members of the public voicing their concerns about the overflow of small boats entering in the UK. Smith was on an annual salary of £37,000 a year, whilst being an official with Unite, the union. She was caught on camera throwing rocks at protesters on at least 4 occasions. Smith was jailed for just 1 year. In Liverpool last month, when Tenconi was there, Nick Tenconi from UKIP, she was seen leading the Merseyside Antifa group. Although she was masked up, still was able to identify her. Smith aggressively responded to a member of the public with a small child. Why don't you mind your own business? You want to?
Do you fucking trap, you silly cow!
Right, so during the election, when Nigel Farage got Clapton, the left played some dirty tactics. From the BBC Radio 1 back. Another one, Lynn. Channel 4 did an expose on Nigel Farage. We found out that he was an actor. He was supposed to be a campaigner for reform, but it wasn't. He was an actor. Andrew Parker. It was on Always City.
How you going, mate? Just go through there.
Just go that way.
A little bit pedantic, but I'll go around.
They had some counters.
I don't know what that was about.
And you had independent candidate Billy Howarth, who was standing in. Now we spotted
I'm just walking about. Yeah, that's fine, but we don't want you going anywhere near them, that's all. You can film from a distance, that's fine, but you can't go too close to them, alright?
I'm not getting involved, I'm just getting a bit closer for some shots.
Yeah, well, you aren't going any closer, mate. You can film a distance from these benches, but you aren't going down there towards them.
Section 17. I'm a journalist, I film this side, now I'm filming this side.
Okay, that's fine, but I don't want you getting too close.
I'm not getting so close, I'll stay my distance. I will stay my distance. I've been having a word with the blue one over there, and he tells me exactly how much distance people away. I've been alright.
Coming through the middle here, if you're not filming.
Well, I'm always keeping my distance.
That's fine. Well,
I'm always keeping my distance.
If you notice, Jackson's he's doing what I've asked as well. He's staying on that side. So it just helps everything out.
Like I say, I'm keeping well away from the mark going there. I'm just going.
That's why I've got the stall space in place, but if you see Jackson Media is listening, then he's staying on the other side.
Yeah. But I need to get the shots.
I need to get shots, yeah. We've got safety and...
Alright, I won't get any closer than this then, I'll just stay in this line here.
Who interfere with elections and attack their political opponents, voters. The left are the real threat to the West. Facilitate everything. I mean, let's fight communism together. And one other thing. Because standing to racism tried to prevent the courts from leaving Rwanda to go to Rwanda, deportees, preventing that court from leaving.
Leftist numbers are going down now. Not so many leftists as there was before. Still got a couple of them. Still got Nick Smithman over there.
It killed 2 immigrants. So they portray to be saving immigrants, but they're killing them. So, thank you. Sorry I couldn't tell everything. And if you were saying everything, we would still be right again, this is just 2 minutes.
Wonder how many coppers we've got then? We've got 4, 5, 6. These are the ones that see, they'd be undercover. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. There's 50 coppers. There's 50 coppers here. We've got 50 coppers. We've got about 20 or 30 lefties, I'd say. How many there is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. There's 31. There's 31. So there's 31 lefties. 31 lefties. We've got 50 police. 50 police people.
Refugees are not to blame.
50 police people.
Refugees are not to blame.
We've got the
Refugees are not to blame.
evidence gatherers there. Evidence gatherers.
Refugees
liaison officers, the blue ones.
Refugees are not to blame. To live in a city of we're proud. To live in a city of sanctuary. We're proud. To live in a city of sanctuary. We're proud. To live in a city of sanctuary. No to hate. No to refugees are welcome. No to fear. Refugees are welcome here. No to fear. Refugees are welcome.
Try and do it like
They just have to shut this stream now, guys. It's not happening. There's 4 of you watching, 3 of you watching, 1 of you's got bored. I thought you would. We're all going to get bored, aren't you? Oh, got another one. Got 4. Right. It's not a lot happening. I'm going to shut the stream down. It's not a lot going on. I'm filming in 4K. I just don't want to carry this thing around anymore. So I say thank you all very much for watching, and my 11 likes, I appreciate them all very much. And I'll say ta-ra for now. I'm going to get a bit of 4K footage and see what I can get. Ta-ra for now. Bye.